And I think we're live. Shout out to Seymour Bennett for being the first one here this morning. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Late morning thoughts, but we're here. Shout out to the people to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to Eat Good TV. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Why don't I have my phone? Cause I don't know if somebody want to call in or something. I'll hear the phone ring. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here this morning. Speaker, leave me alone. Listen up. We got a couple of things to talk about this morning. Nothing too tough, but I'm happy to be here, up and alive and feeling good and giving thanks. Yes, big up on yourself. So, just the two topics on the board this morning before we go any further. I'm a bit discombobulated because I was rushing to get here while trying to complete some other projects, and from one thing to the next thing. I don't know how that go already. Them say man can't multitask, but I try. See? So here we are. All right. Eric Holder, the guy who shot Nipsey Hussle, not accused of shooting. He shot him on camera. He shot him in front of a bunch of people. He was found guilty of first-degree murder. And now we're going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about it on a deeper level. And then also, Popcaan little situation. Were you here live yesterday when I said that people like Popcaan them need to leave Jamaica? I said it yesterday, right? Of course, some people are going to say, Popcaan, I get himself in a trouble and these things. His sister, Unruly Squid, had something to say in her brother's defense and something about the Jamaican government or the Jamaican news media, whichever one. When I read through her what she had to say, you will decide who she's addressing, or we will all decide who she's addressing. See? So a little situation take place where Popcaan is traveling, and then I guess he had to go through the UK. And this is not his first time getting stopped, held up in the UK. And they told him the same thing again, that it had something to do with some order that came out of Jamaica or some information coming out of Jamaica from Jamaican authorities instructing them that he is some gang leader and he needs to be stopped when he comes through their territories. You know, them probably say, inspect him thoroughly when he comes through your territories, because I'm telling you, he's connected to something on the other. Nothing good. All right. So he was again held up in the airport. You might have seen this video of him. That was him in the airport. Let me turn up the volume for you. And detain me. He said they detained him because of information that was sent by his country.
Mr. Prime Minister, I would like to draw your attention to this once again. Yes, so I'm being right now, as you know. I'm in the UK, they got to give me this paper and detain me because of information that was sent by my country that I should be stopped at the time I'm here. I wonder why. Mr. Prime Minister of Jamaica, I would like to draw your attention to this once again.
So basically,
yes,
that's him in holding. This are him in holding, as he's detained. The world is different now, So one time gone, them hem me up in the back of airport, and you couldn't go live because we never used to have internet connection to our phones. For those of us who've been around long enough to remember cell phone with no internet connection, your cell phone used to be just to make calls. There was no get on online and going live and showing the world what's going on with you. Anyways, fast forward to 2022, we're living in modern times. So as he's being detained and he was given some documents, he's claiming that those documents are documents given to him by the people who are detaining him in the UK, and they're telling him that this is from instructions from his country, Jamaica, that anytime he goes through their territories, he needs to be detained and properly shaken down, kind of thing. And he wants to know why. See? All right. Watch. Some big wigs out of Jamaica got on it and said they don't know about anything sent out of Jamaica to harass Popcaan at any airport in the UK, but they will do a thorough investigation and they will bring forth whatever to see who is doing who put that out, who say him should be stopped when he goes through the UK and whatever. All right, hear this now. According to Nationwide, 90 FM, big up Nationwide, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, or JCF, has revealed that a green notice has been issued by Interpol against dancehall entertainer Popcaan. So, Interpol, according to the JCF, the global policing body, Interpol, issued the notice against the DJ following separate marijuana and cocaine matters out of Barbados. People cool with the marijuana part. Is the cocaine part that have everybody like cocaine, Popcaan. In a statement this afternoon, the Jamaica Constabulary Force representative says that Popcaan, whose given name is Andre Sutherland, was convicted in 2009 in Barbados for possession of marijuana and was subsequently deported back to Jamaica. I never know nothing about that. Further, the police says that Popcaan was again arrested in Barbados. So they deported him in 2009. Somehow he got clearance and he was back in Barbados again. And according to them, in 2011, 2 years later, he was found to be arrested and found to be in possession of cocaine in Barbados again. According to the police, the green notice serves as an advisory of previous contact with law enforcement. The police says that the government of Jamaica did not issue a stop order against Popcaan. In other words, we don't have nothing to do with it. This is Barbados and Interpol. Your issues you had in Barbados, Interpol is tracking you, and Interpol issued this to the UK authorities, Border Patrol people, that when you come through there, because you have had run-ins in countries outside of your country with illegal substances, marijuana and cocaine, they might want to take a look at you when you come through, because you might be transporting some stuff through their borders pretty much. That's what that's about. Cocaine though, we can deal with the marijuana part, but the cocaine part tells, say, I'm not buying that. I'm going to tell you what his sister said in a minute. You know, Unruly Squid. Squid been with Popcaan his whole life. Squid is a part of his management team, if not his management. She's a very intricate part in how her brother career is. And, you know, she's everywhere with him. Popcaan is no small artist out of Jamaica. I think Jamaicans, like, because the artists them are so like down to earth. You know, in the US, when artists are really big, they not even go outside. You won't find them walking through a grocery store because the grocery store will get mobbed. It'll be like pandemonium. Drake can't walk outside and go to Walmart and just go pick up a shopping cart by himself and say he's grocery shopping. Let me get some apple juice and I need some toilet paper for the house. And, you know, what am I cook today? Let me see if I can go over the meat section and pick up some chicken, do some barbecue chicken today. He can't do that, right? And most popular artists that are really popping, they can't do that either. But in Jamaica now, the artists, them so down to earth and so normal that them don't really get taken as no big superstar. But Popcaan on a global level is a big artist. See? And mentioned he is I don't know if he still is signed to Drake, but he was at one point. They have business dealings like and them link up on a regular basis. They work together on a regular basis, and they pretty much move around each other like brothers. Drake has spoken about it, and so has Popcaan. You know, this is more than business. We're like brothers. Drake's brand is OVO, and Popcaan is Unruly. So you have OVO in Jamaica now, and Popcaan is supposed to be the representative of that. And then you have Unruly on wherever Drake's side is, and in Canada, and so on and so forth. And Drake is supposed to be the representative of that. So them do business together. They get money together. They link up in other parts of the world together, even though Popcaan is not allowed in the US because he doesn't have any papers to travel into the US. I can't help but remembering again a time gone by, because I do this a while now, you know. A time gone by when a lot of Jamaican artists had their visas, their US visas taken away, travel papers taken away, right? And I remember there was a sit down of the big wigs, and somebody in that meeting, it was published publicly, but somebody in that meeting said, let me tell you what happened in that meeting. Put it like this: anybody that was closely associated to Vybz Kartel will never get a US visa, no time soon. And we wanted to know why. And that was from back then. We're talking about probably like 5 years ago now, 4, 5, maybe 6 years ago now, right? OVO Unruly Partnership, Kaitaja, Emirates. So we're like, why won't they give anybody that was associated with Cartel a US visa? Well, I did some more digging, and I found that at one point Peter Bunting had taken Vybz Kartel's image, a picture of him, and his music to a meeting in the US. Now, you know, law enforcement officials from the US meet with law enforcement officials in Jamaica, politicians, they meet up like how Andrew fly out, and the Right Honorable Andrew Holness fly out, and he attend these meetings, right? Him link up with the vice president, and they're talking about things that are going on in your country that is spilling over into our country, and how we can help and aid with this and that. What can we do for you, and what you can do for us, kind of them meeting there. And Peter Bunting took Vybz Kartel's image. Allegedly. I wasn't there. This is what was printed. He took Vybz Kartel's image and he took it to the US authorities. You know, them people that were mina like so them name. This and this them people there. He said this is who is causing the destruction in our country, right? This is who is spearheading the destruction, the breakdown of our society, and one bag of other something. And then I remember I didn't know that the churches in Jamaica were united under like one head. So this prominent leader of this umbrella, where all the churches fall under, I remember watching a documentary, and he said, yeah, if we did not get rid of Vybz Kartel, we would not have a school system in Jamaica today. You know, all the youth them did start bleach out one time, wear tight pants and come school, and buck in the system and so on and so forth. And I was like, wow, if we did not incarcerate, but he said it so fast, like if we did not incarcerate Vybz Kartel, we would not have so me I said to myself, say, I know, so I never incarcerate him because the murder case, incarcerate him because if we didn't incarcerate him, I feel like y'all would have lost grip of the youths. Well, if you fast forward a little bit, right, from the time, Cartel been locked up for a decade now. If you fast forward, it's gotten worse. If you want to look at musical content, and if them did worry about Cartel musical content, the musical content now has gotten more brazen, more gunshot in her face, more girl skin out pum pum. Now the girl them tell you say a gunman alone can shift them panty and these kind of things. They weren't doing that a decade ago, right? So the thing has really, really changed even more so, which is stunning to see. On Popcaan's part, I said it yesterday, but I've said it before. Tommy Lee, me tell Tommy Lee long time ago, say Lego Jamaica. I know you got your kids there, and if you know Tommy Lee is like a daddy. Him really like close with you. You see how I am with my kids? Tommy Lee is like that with his kids. He's a hands-on daddy with him, picking them, and him have a bag of them like me. So I'm like, man, it's kind of hard some people sitting on the outside saying, boy, I don't know, you look like you being targeted. I don't care what nobody want to say. But take away yourself for a minute. But it's hard to tell a father, take away yourself for a minute, like run and leave your picnic them. He never did. You see where he's at. Some people trivialize the thing and say stuff like, yeah, but them catch him with gun. Yeah, but he never had a record before. And he tried many times to get gun legally and couldn't get one. And in the meantime, the strategy that is used is you keep injecting this man name in all kind of something where, you know what I mean? I say, no, you have like, I have to defend myself in the streets. I might have crazy people coming at me. I'm already famous and popular and then not allowed to protect myself or to bear arms to protect myself. So I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So you catch me with one, you catch me with one, right? There goes Tommy Lee, gone. Who else? Now you have what name the Shabdal, same thing, gone. Like anybody that's closely associated to him, and I've said it before, Popcaan, them after you. They've been after you. And I don't know if I don't know how the youth them don't know these things, like can't see it and can't shake the place. Like just leave. Leave for a minute. I know you might feel like you are the man in your place, you are the Don in your place, not as in Garrison Don or Street Don that run gang Don, control area Don, but a Don, as in you've succeeded, you are successful, and you can uplift and help many others and support yourself very nicely as well. It's time for you to shake the place because one bag of extortion are going to go on, and on top of the one bag of extortion that's going to go on, they might also be after your life, my friend, right? Because you're not paying them extortion, and now you have to go. You're forced to have to pick up something to protect yourself because their governing bodies are like, FLA is not going to grant you a weapon permit. See, I would want a weapon. If I was a regular citizen in Jamaica, me want a weapon. Much less if I'm famous. And me have to out the road all the time. And I know some people say, yeah, but you can afford to have security 24/7. You don't know people finances. A lot of you think that some of these people, 50,000 US, them get paid per show. And just like how Onodo, if somebody buy one at SouFLo t-shirt them for $40, him just said him sell 50 t-shirt this weekend, so him make, and on the mats up people pocket, some of you anyways. These guys aren't making that much money like you think. Well, some of them aren't. Most of them are not like you think. I watched an interview with Junior Reid, and Junior Reid says most of them are getting paid like a $2,000, $2,500 to $5,000 per appearance per show that they do overseas. That's about 2,500 US to 5,000 US. We're thinking 50,000, right? Because American artists command 50,000 a show, 100,000 a show. Some of them command up to $1 million a show. Our artists are not like that. Remember me telling you, for them rich is not our rich. Our rich is they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, broke, right? So we have the facade and everything, like, yeah, we're rich like that too, but we're not. We're not. So if you tell the man, say, you can't get a permit to go protect your life, and he's forced to protect himself some other way, now you're going to say, but you have money, so you can afford 24-hour security. You don't know what that man could afford. 24-hour security is expensive. If you have security around you 24/7, and you're a person that has to move about, you have to then, that's so, and you have to have a whole team of armed security, that's going to cost you a whole lot of money. Probably more than you're really making. You know what I'm saying? And even then, if I can afford to have a team of security, I still want a permit for myself, because when gunshots start fly, I don't know if my security is gonna switch up and start run for him own life, or it just got serious and run for him own life, and I'm forced to shoot to save my own life. You don't know. So I still would want to be feel secure. But in Popcaan case, The whole cocaine thing. A lot of people are saying this can't be real. Why would the JCF put this out there and say this if it's not real? Why would the JCF put this out there and say it if it's not real? Veronica Gale says Shaggy, rich badness, LOL. Shaggy is up on a whole different level, man. Shaggy is on a whole different level. Sean Paul is on a whole different level. If you want me to be real raw with you, and some people don't like when I say this, but look at the similarities between Shenseea, Shaggy, and Sean Paul. I say no more, right? They crossed into certain genres and they're able to go through certain doors that the ninjas can't really access unless so on and so forth. So and it's not like it's not that they don't curse in their music or anything like that. It has to do something deeper than that, right? A king does not give its power to the keys. Boy, the cocaine thing though. But here's what Unruly Squid, which is Popcaan's sister, Unruly Squid says, it breaks my mega curse. So who never hear cursing before, mega tried not to. It breaks my effing heart to see what Jamaica, the country we were born and raised in, is doing to my brother. He is not and has never been a criminal. My brother has never sold drugs. Get charged with cocaine? Question mark, question mark. About 4 or 5 question mark back at that. Are you guys serious? The man spends every dollar he makes in Jamaica. He pays taxes. And this is what you all do to our own superstar. Clearly, we've been playing fair for too long. I hope y'all have the same energy when the effing lawsuits hit your door. Shaking my head. You all sick my effing stomach. To Popcaan. And then she talked to our brother. You are great. You are amazing. You are a effing star. My star, I will forever stand by you, even when the world turns their backs. Unruly forever and ever. So basically, him sister say, look at what they're doing to our own star, you know? My brother has never, and now, of course, people are going to say, yes, SouFLo, like Shagga come out and say, my brother is a drug dealer and them catch him or something. Of course, she's going to say, no, he's not, right? But in the grand scheme of things, me never know about no deportation and I didn't know about no cocaine, nothing. So I would like to see the paperwork, because if Barbados ever push the paperwork forward and say, yes, see there, look, this is the arrest document right here. Here's the affidavit. 2011, September so and so, Popcaan was arrested, and upon a search of his vehicle and a search of his persons, we found XYZ amount of cocaine or powdery substance that we thought looked like cocaine. We took it to the lab and tested it, and it tested positive, and it was cocaine. And that is there on the report right there. If I that them have, there's nothing that we can say. We just have to go look on Poppy now, like you're getting in deeper and deeper. You're getting deeper and deeper. I highly doubt that it is so though. Unless him not have no sense. Because you get that famous and you know say eyes dep on you and cocaine you go, bro. Cocaine. One thing them say about the white lady, you know, always mess with the herbs. The herbs might get you in a little bit of trouble, maybe. But once you start touch the white lady, a white lady, them used to call it when me I grew up, you know. Once you start touch the white lady, problems in your life. And for those of you out there who are waiting to say, is he talking about like white women? Like they shouldn't. I'm not talking about white women. I'm talking about cocaine, right? Them used to call it the white lady. Lulu Ridges said the night nurse. Why? Me here say him used to all do up himself on stage because he was so high. But night nurse, let the dead rest in peace. Me not say nothing to, about the legend. Still, I'm just saying. Only you alone can quench this your thirst. I saw a headline that said Shaggy. Come me see it in our comment section. Did Shaggy tell somebody about something mother or something like that? Because they were messing up his set. Me never see it. I saw the clip and I just scroll past it because I'm not used to Shaggy being in anything. So I didn't save it. So I'm gonna have it to talk to you about. You know? Never seen Shaggy that pissed. What happened? What happened? Somebody tell me what happened, please. Several times. Rotted. Them Monday. Remember me telling you? I said, y'all remember I said this, right? I said even the nicest, calmest, most reserved, and well-centered Jamaican person. Remember me said that? I'm not surprised. Shaggy is Jamaican, right? I suck him dog a fly if he's ticked off. Even the one, yo, me have one auntie, you know, man. May I tell you, I think I told the story before. But she was on her way to church in New York, and on the bus she take go church. Yeah, and a man get her perturbed one morning on her way to church, and yeah, she deal with him. She big, you know. She big, tall and big. So she deal with him, you know, beat him up bad on the bus. Got arrested on these things, and you know, when them ask her about it, she make them know, say, you know, she had to put down the Bible for a second and handle some business and things. So the nicest Jamaican you will hear, don't poke them the wrong way. It's in all of them. I may say them as if I'm not one of them. I should say us, because it's in all of us. I don't like argue. I don't like cursing. I don't like calling people out their names, disrespecting anybody. But I'm a kind of person, like I'm Old Testament. I'm Old Testament for sure. You know, eye for an eye kind of guy, tooth for tooth kind of guy. Somebody say, SouFLo, me not in that, because eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. Well, if the whole of we blind, then none of we can see if you lick the next one, so the licking done. Not true? Yeah. But if me leave you with one eye and make you juke out two of my eye, them, you might use your one eye, see me and abuse me the whole time. So yeah, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, that kind of stuff. And I just saw the thing go. So I give disrespect where disrespect is deserved, and I give respect where respect is deserved. And that's just how I am. Me not turn no other cheek. I'm not from the turn your other cheek generation. I'm from the chop off your hand so you can't lick me in my face generation. So that's where that lies. And Shaggy is from that time too. Chop off the hand so them can't lick you in your face, but turn other cheek. Turn which cheek? Which cheek? So when I turn my cheek now, I broke my face and knocked me out unconsciously. Have me down there, sleeping on the ground. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You know, I see people saying stuff like, yo, when people are fight, that's why them scared. Man scared for fight because through them can't fight, them drop a knife and gun. No, not really. Not really. I've seen people talk about, come, shoot me a fair one, shoot me a fair one, just because they wanted props from a crowd. So somebody can beat you on your shoulder and say, good job, man. I mean, you got beat up and everything. I mean, they knocked your eye out of the socket. And, you know, let me see your mouth. Oh, damn, you're missing like 7 teeth. But, you know, you shot him a fair one and it was good. That was back in the day. You know what shoot a fair one mean these days? I see people go try shoot a fair one, and one guy got the better upper hand of the other guy. Back in the day, I see people fight, like bang, 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 bang it out, fight. Like when I was going to high school, they'll bang, fight. When them done fight, all right, that's it, you done. We cool? All right, bet, we cool. You dap it up and you go about your business. Not no more. If you shoot them a fair one and you lose and them lose, them come back, come shoot you. Or during the fight, if they knock you down and say you're unconscious, they slip a punch in there, right? You're unconscious, laying on the ground. They stomp you into a coma. Like beat by you, and we've seen this. Remember when World Star, remember when World Star was popular before them kill the youth where start World Star and take away something? Remember when that happened, you know? But you remember when World Star was popular and they used to show like the street fights and stuff? Didn't you notice that? New generation knock out each other and just start jump on your head, beating your head into the concrete, putting people in a coma. So I'm not shooting nobody no fear one. Me don't know if your daddy or mother used to send you go to Karachi school from you did a 6 and now you're 35 and you well versed in a 20 something black levels of black belt. Me if you come do it. So I'm not fighting nobody like that. I'm a grown man anyways. The one thing I say is don't put your hand on me. That's it. You're not my parents. And even my parents now grab me and beat me up. So don't put your hands on me. You could say whatever you want to say, words, mouth make for talk, and me can walk away from that. Allow me to say whatever I gotta say too, though. But don't think because I said something, you have a right to put hands on me. That's what I'm waiting for. Cause the minute your hand touch me, that's all. That's go. That's just go for me. Not true? No licking around here. No, I'm not taking no beating from nobody. I promise you that. I'm not taking no beating from nobody. I'm the kind of person, if I come at your event, if I come to a party and somebody touch me in that party, then I'm going to shut down the party and you won't be able to have another party for a long time. Mash up all your business. So if you see me in a party out the road, just know, say, make sure say him okay? Because I'm like that. I go extreme. I take it to the extreme to where people are, oh, you know, some people like to do them like start trouble. And then when you really handle the business, it's but damn, him never have to do all that though. Him never have to, you don't tell me, you don't get to tell me what to do after. That's why I said don't put your hand on me. Cause some people talk it, but them not ready to walk it. I put my life on it. I'm ready to walk it. I think God put me in a position in life to where I had to go through certain things in order to realize what I'm ready to stand up for, what I am really. You talk a lot. You talk a lot. You would die for that? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Miss enough man do that. Any boy ever touch my daughter, I say, prison me are going on. And man touch them daughter, like rape her or something, and them run go to police station. That's not me. That's not me. May I tell you exactly what me I do. You understand? Me tell me mother what me I do. I already told you exactly what I'm doing, and I'm doing exactly that. There comes a time in life where as a man, you have to stand up. As a person, you have to stand up on your principles. See? And life ain't for everybody forever. Like, none of we come here to live forever. So that's why I'm going to try. They have a saying that says, a real warrior prays for peace. Because why? That real warrior knows that in a time of war, everybody could die. Anybody could die. Even though I'm dead, and even though I have to kill nobody neither. But if it comes to that, then you're ready to go. See? That's why I'm going to try to keep my affairs in order. I'm telling you that to work on my affairs every day. Make sure some have some life insurance policies and some things put in place, some investments, some money save up, some of my youth them good, because anytime anything like that catch me, and I'm a dead ass serious when I say, if you touch me, remember me tell you, we front paging, we news headlining. Other than that, talk to me and say anything you have to say. I'm all good. I'm all good. You can't offend me with words that much that I would put my hands on you. And I don't know why grown ass people leave their house and think it's okay to put them hands on other grown ass people. Like, what gives you that authority? I'm gonna just punch this man in his mouth. How? That's not. First of all, you're not even supposed to punch your picnic in their mouth. But you feel you could haul off and just thump a man in their mouth because what he said, because of his words, him chat too much. I mean, I like when I say on them boy if they're dead. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to say. I be out here real red, like just make gossip. I make me feel like, oh, all right. I love Florida too, man. And I love Florida for them reason that stand your ground, I'm all in. Don't put no fear in me and don't try to intimidate me. I walk around like this with a smile. I'm at everybody. Hi, how you doing? You all right? Yes, good. You coming out, look, no problem from nobody, right? I'm not looking no problem from nobody. Michelle Howell says, you mess with my children, I'm coming both hands on my mouth blazing. Yeah, my children are off limits. Off limits. And we not waiting. It's that day. Yeah. That same day is off limits. My kids are off limits. My wife is off limits. Myself is off limits. Say whatever you want to say, but let it just be words. And my kids are off limits for words. Like, don't even talk about them. They're not a part of your conversation, no nothing. You know? But anyhow, onto the Popcaan thing. We're going to talk about the Nipsey Hussle thing. Eric Holder. On a deeper level. But let's finish the Popcaan something here first. I told people before, if you look back at my videos from 7 years ago, 6 years ago, I said, Popcaan, them a come for Popcaan. They're coming for him. And it don't matter how long it takes, they're coming for him. Remember, I know Popcaan rise up out of the Vibes Cartel ranks, right? And he started doing, him have like his own concert now in Jamaica. So whoever wants to book him for their concert, they have to pay the fee he demands. They have to pay the fee he demands. Mario Peak, big up Mario Peak. Mario Peak said, "Me have my liar money put down just for my kids them." Yeah, me have my liar money put down. Me have my dasher money put down. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I wasn't always prepared, but you work towards certain things in life and you put things together in order as they should be. I'm prepared. So when you hear me say, that's what it is. But not on them vibes there. I think all of the youth them in Jamaica, I'm going to tell you who next they're coming for. Watch me. They're coming for Skeng next. Remember I told you this. You see Skeng and Joshi and Skillibeng and them youth there, they're all in the crosshairs. They're all in the crosshairs. There's a setup going on that them don't see. You want me to walk you through it and tell you what the setup is? Because I like to tell you, and then God let me survive long enough to see you come back and say, "Oh, whoa, SouFLo, how you didn't know that?" Well, first of all, Jamaica and the whole Caribbean is not a place where it's under colonial Christian rule, because you know there's a different type of Christianity, right? You have Christianity, Coptic Christians, and Ethiopian Orthodox and these kind of things. From Africa, Christian, like the oldest form of Christianity, but then you have like this a kind of Christianity that the Caribbean is under that control. They're always going to look at where the offering money is going. Listen to me. The church is very powerful in the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, in the Caribbean. That's why when our artists go somewhere else and say too bad word, next thing you hear, he's deported or he's banned from performing in that country again and all that. Someone will jump up and say, yeah, Jamaica needs to do the same thing to ban them so them can't make that kind of music there and whatever. Okay, that's your opinion. But there will always be looking at where the influence is going and where the offering money is going. You see, each young generation that comes by, they're hoping that you go the traditional route because that's how the system is set up. They want you to wake up and go to church. They want you to join a church. That way your money goes into the under some church under the umbrella there. That's their organization. They want you to get up and vote for party A or B. Now we know that both parties are the same. They want you to fall into line, right? Anytime anybody come and start tell the young youth them say, yo, burn all that. Let me show you how to really make money. Without them people here, you don't have to go to them college, dog. And you don't have to go to them school. And you don't have to wait upon them to give you nothing. And you have, matter of fact, don't even respect them when them talk to you. They're coming for you. So when church morning come, Saturday morning, 7th-day Adventist, Sunday morning, or whenever I want to keep church and church start empty out and dancehall start full up, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. See? Now, what they're going to use to demonize you is the very image that you are using to build yourself. You hear what I say? What they're going to use to demonize you is the very image you're going to use to build yourself. So, me hear a brother And I'll call him name this morning. I'll do a next video because I want to know what's going on with him. Him just disappear from the scene. I heard him say something about contract killing is what we're into. And if you think a joke, acts, blah, 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 and this and that, I say, are these things that you really want to be saying in your song now? Because remember, when them they ready for demonize Vibes Cartel, they started going back and digging up all his music, and them never dig up none of the conscious song them that Cartel sing. Them only dig up all the gun lyrics and all the song them we talk about, like when Peter Bunting brought Cartel stuff allegedly to the US, it was scamming that was the focal point. Scamming. And Cartel had made a statement that you can look on it like reparations. That didn't go down too well. You can look on it like reparations. Oh, so when you consider on yourself what? Oh, you're from the land of Marcus Garvey, what you came to take it back. So you're going to do what? Steal it from our senior citizens that have Alzheimer's, dementia. Say, fuck them, we don't care. Their ancestors stole from my people. That's why we're in the condition we're in. So anyway, we get the money back, we get the money back. We ain't killing nobody, right? Blah, 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 all that. They framed that nicely. You see it? So all the youth them know. We're talking them same things there in a them song. You are in the crosshairs. You are on the radar. They're coming for you. Tommy Lee. From Tommy Lee said, Uncle Demon. Everybody said, Demon, you said? Oh, so him is a demon. So he is praising the devil and he is saying that he is demonic. Okay. All right. We're on you. We're on you. And anything he did after that, even when him come out and say what I have always said that the artists them need to say, it's okay if you make your song them, because I listen to them too. See, I don't want to censor creativity. I want a balance. We can't have one oversaturated and the next one no conscious tune and play, and just this constant message of killing and take a next man gal and ride a next gal man and this and that low vibrational stuff. So if we leave room for everything, then all will be fair. But I would want the artists them who sing them kind of something that to actually come tell the youth them, say, listen, I don't live that life. Tommy Lee was one of them that did that. Him said, listen, it's him said, I believe in God. This right here, it's an image. It's for art. It's for, entertainment purpose, blah, blah. They never want to hear none of that. But this is what I wish that all of them did do. Instead of actually pretending or... Because nowadays it's like, if you don't do it, your records can't sell. Or if you don't live like you're doing it, your records can't sell. Them don't want to hear you talk about gun. Them want to know say you get a couple gun charge too. So when them hear the lyrics now, them say, yeah, I'm a DJ that real gunman, Like him just come home from GP, them lock him up for 3 years. Gun them catch him with, blah, blah, blah. When him talk about chopping, yeah, man, I see him big house on the hill and him this and him that. I know music money pay that. Chop him a choppy line. And, you see him Bimmer, you see him Benz, you see him Range Rover, you see him this and him that. They want to know that you are actually doing all those evil things that you're singing about. And the artists are forced to actually pretend really, really good that they're doing it, or actually align themselves with people that are doing it. The streets talk. We all know that, right? You have to get some shots to Veronica Gale. Yeah, especially we're global. So we're not just talking about Jamaica on this. Especially since we're going to go into the Nipsey Hussle thing. Especially in the US. It's like a prerequisite to fame and fortune. All the big record deals and the big multi-million-dollar advances and all these things, they're given to guys who have a criminal record. They've been in the system since they were juveniles. They graduated from juvenile facility over to big prison. They've done time. They're gang affiliated. They know how to gang sign language without even speaking words because they've been locked in the shoe in solitary confinement. And when they come out to the streets, they transfer that into the music industry. So you have an artist now that can really do music and have a positive message in his music. These record companies are not trying to give him a record deal. They're looking for somebody that's volatile. Now, I've actually done my research on this, and I told you about this before also. If you don't believe me, go do your own research. There is an insurance out there that allows the record company to put a massive life insurance policy on any artist that they sign. Why would I want to put a massive life insurance policy on somebody that looks like they're going to be around for the next 40 years? I don't want to grow old with you. I'm not even into the kind of music that you do. I don't even like you or your people. You're an investment for me, and I'm trying to see how I can collect on this life insurance policy. So I'm going to go to the hood. I'm going to get Lil Ray Ray because Lil Ray Ray could rap really good. And there's a million rappers in the hood. I'm going to sign him to this multi-million-dollar deal. So every time he out here in a shoot up and he's robbed and he got shot and he's laying in the hospital and he recovers and his new song is going to be a hit because now he's rapping about took 10 shots and you still couldn't kill me. And people are like, oh, he bulletproof, son. That's my lawyer right there. He real street. All right. And then before you know it, he's either gone to prison for life or 40, 50 years, or he in racketeer charges and RICO charges, or he's dead, shot down in the streets. And when he is, these record companies go ahead and collect their money. On this is a real life insurance policy. The policy basically states that if you can prove that your business would be in jeopardy if you lost this item, then you are allowed to insure this item for $1 million, $10 million. All right, this is my business. I make these cups. So if me lose this, I have no business. Give me my money. That's I forgot what it's called. I did a video where I actually, when I was reading it from the law journal, the name of the insurance and everything. Because when I tell you these things, I like for you to go look them up, right? But you can ask Google, and Google will tell you, and then you pick sense out of nonsense. Make sure you get it from a law journal. The insurance policies go to the most volatile. I was talking to my two kids yesterday, coming from football practice, about this. They're 14 and 15. And I said, our music wasn't like this. Years ago, like a decade or 2 decades ago, we didn't have so many females with their ass cheeks out. We didn't have so many guys talking about killing each other and selling drugs for fun and walking around happy to be high and telling you what they're mixing and drinking or what they're shooting up or what they're taking. It was a shameful thing. Just before all this, and I'm gonna walk them through the whole genres of from when we started, and we used to wear like the medallions, the leather necklace with the African medallion, panita, all that. I walk them way back to EPMD and these. That's the starting of the thing, right? I remember when it used to be about fuck the police and 911 is a joke, because in black neighborhoods we used to call 911 and them wouldn't come till like, oh, shots were fired. Okay, we're sending a unit. Unit's on its way, and the unit would get there like an hour later, and these kind of things. Whereas if you're in a white community, the unit would get there in like how they get there now where we live, like in 5 minutes. So I walked them through that, and I told them, listen, somebody actually sat down and orchestrated this. Karen Notice, I appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody actually sat down and orchestrated this for us and said, we have prisons. The prisons need to be filled. We need to route them from home to the prisons. Forget school. We want them bypass school. Because if they go to school, they're going to be consumed with education. And start feel themselves and feel like, oh damn, I'm really smart. Maybe I can actually go somewhere. So let's start them from, we want them from home to prison, from home to juvenile facility, graduate from juvenile facility into the adult penal system. All right, how are we going to do that? Their music is powerful. They are the creators. They set the trend. If you don't believe me, look in any fashion industry around the world. Who sets the trend? And then everybody else follow. I could have crocus bag we take up. I say, yo, life hard, me can't find a bag. Me just throw everything in that crocus bag and carry it go to school today. You see Balenciaga walking the damn crocus bag down the damn runway like 2 weeks later with a big Balenciaga sign on it. We out there wear tear up clothes because we couldn't do no better. Them tear up the clothes and put high fashion name on it and put it on the runway. Like, yo, tear up body pants. All these things. We set the trend. So what we're going to do is we are going to start to take those of them who have been to prison already and put them in the music industry, right? You come out of prison, you coming home to $1 million contract. What's better than that? Okay, so we started seeing prison fashion out in the entertainment industry, right? The pants off the ass, and then everybody thought it was cool. My mom used to work in the system, so I found out at a young age what that actually meant. Never, ever, ever did I ever sag my pants at any time because I had real information on what it actually meant in the system. To the point where now, even when you tell the youth, them say, you know that's a style that was developed in prison, right? And it actually signifies others who are down for it that this is how you get down, right? Like, come see me. I get down like this. Booty bandits and all that. You trying to attract booty bandits, and they don't even care now. They don't even care now. Why you think they don't care now? Because they've been softened up to it. Think about it. Nowadays, remember back in the day, we could have said, I'm not into this and I'm not into that. You can't say that now. They have a whole system built around that. You got to let everybody live how they want to live. And you better not say anything bad about somebody. You could get fired from your job. You can have doors closed in your face, business deals taken away, scratched off the table, all kind of things for that. So they soften them all the way up, right? And have them familiarize themselves with this prison fashion. And the record deals goes to not the most talented rapper, but the ones who are connected to those who have been incarcerated, etc., etc. You got to be in a gang. You must have been shooting out or took a couple of shots or killed somebody before and beat the case. And if you look at every friggin' rapper right now that is on top, that's their track record. So if you think this is made up, the track record is there to prove it. Unless the other answer to that is when you go to prison, you get really talented. And then you come out super talented. That can't be it. There are guys out here and girls out here that are super talented that never went to prison and they're not doing anything to go there. But they're not a good investment because them are got their own too long. And the record companies can't collect off that money. We need somebody that's out in the streets. The possibilities of you getting shot or stabbed up at one of your concert like Durkio, is Durkio or Drakeo? I have a list over here of 16 rappers that died in 2022, and I was supposed to do that video. I know I can't do it. See, actually, my daughter keep coming over to my board, and she mush up my stuff. But this right here, see, Drakeo, Old Black Olo, Slim 400. I could still see some of the names, right? And some of them died of natural causes or other things like Black Rob passed away and so on and so forth. I can't really catch the name them still, but I'll put this back together and I'm going to do this video just to show you that I true me I tell. But that stuff right there has seeped over into the Caribbean too. See, we have prayer say, how come 90s dancehall into the 2000s, that's the most Jamaican artists or reggae and dancehall artists have ever worked with the bigger names outside of Jamaica, especially like in the American genre. Beanie Man has legit business. Like Beanie's song with Janet Jackson, that wasn't done in he's over here and you're over there and then put it together. They were on location. Like Beanie worked with Janet Jackson. Who else? There's so many of them. Bounty Killer, not just with No Doubt. Bounty Killer worked with the Fugees as well. There's so many of them that were collaborating. Now, look at who is collaborating with those who are making a lot of money and are big in the industry overseas. Just look and look at the kind of music that is they're gravitating towards from us. And them are the bigger influence now, you know. So they have to make sure, say, if we're gonna pull them in, their record company is in their ear. But I want to do a song with what's his name though, because his song is about love and dancing. And they're like, scratch that. We don't want to hear that shit. That don't sell. Get the dude that sing about brick pom brick, brick pom brick pom brick. He was talking about scamming, right? Big up Skilly Bang, you know. Skilly Bang, enough respect for Skilly Bang as a young artist, because Skilly Bang himself is very intelligent as well. And I watched a interview with him the other day where he said he's very conscious of the fact that Marat, good song with uplifting lyrics and whole heap of sense in it, teaching and stuff. But that's not what they're gravitating towards. They're gravitating towards the songs them that's getting me shows and getting me flown out to places and getting me paid on big stages and big collaboration with like French Montana and Nicki Minaj and these people. Those to hear him say it, I was like, yes, because other artists never say that. So he's very conscious of the fact that them don't want me conscious music. Them don't want me enlighten my people them through my music. They want, talk about scamming and glorify it. Talk about and make it get you in a trouble later. Like how them did do cartel, cause when them come out and say about reparations in a song. Same way them a come back for you later. Yeah? But this is how they set you up. Set you up. And then soon as anything happen, yeah, remember he the one that did the song. Oh, them catching my scalp. Yeah, because look at the song. He the one that did the song. Him do the song we called Brick Pon Brick, what you thought he was talking about. And then he came back in, he did wop wop wop. Yeah. And talking about his gun and how his gun busts and all that. What you think he was talking about? And you know, and them set you up that way there. Mrs. Skeng come out and say, now mind you, the climate. Pay attention, this is why I'm saying the names. The climate in Jamaica. I mean, I said the youth them guilty, you know. I understand that they're doing music and I understand that they are not dumb. They know what's going on. They know that if them do conscious music, nobody pay them much mind. And the goal of everybody is to become successful. Nobody does business to lose, right? And music is a business. And the youth them try a song and it didn't work. And them say, okay, I know that them I deal with. Try and next something back to the drawing board. Boom. That took off. All right, so I'll give them a conscious one and then give them this. They go back to conscious. Nobody no pay no attention to it. Them go back to the other stuff. Took off even further. So they're like, okay, so this is what they vibing with. So they start running with that. That's business. You can't blame them. Everybody want to buy mama a house, tell her to retire and go travel the world, put some money in them own bank account where they're financially secured and don't have to beg your thing now. Make something go on for me now, my general. What? Yeah, send in something for me now. Nobody wants to be dependent on you like that. Them want them own money, them want them own life. They have dreams and aspirations for themselves as well. And if this is how it's going to be achieved, then they're going to go down that route. But I'm trying to tell them, though, that there's a catch-22 to that, like rotted. Because, Missy, watch the climate. What going on right now? You have the biggest court case in Jamaica's history on the books right now. The Klansman One Don case, right? When Skeng come out on stage, as an artist, he has aligned himself with an area which is volatile and gangs that are definitely in the government's crosshairs. Now, the narrative of dancehall artists who are in these gangs or who are associated closely with these gangs is already out there, correct? Right. So, for you to be brave enough to come out and every minute you talk about clans on one another, bad man, gunman, and me have to laugh because the first time I heard it, I was like, it sounds good on record, but is that what you really want to say? Because you know when them people are ready for hear me up, them are going to use that and say, and watch a pre. Jamaica pretty much follows everything the US does. If they don't do it same time, them end up do it after. So now they have these rappers in the US that are sitting in jail, waiting to be tried, can't even get liquor bail. They've built cases against them, strong, solid RICO cases through the feds against them, and they're actually using their lyrics against them. It's only a matter of time before the same thing starts happening again, and you're putting yourself right in line with that. For when that start happening, you them are gonna draw for. Because he told us everything in his song. He said he's into contract killing. That's what them do. He says that that's how them are gonna dig up your lyrics, and this is how they're going to use it against them. So you have to watch one another. You have to watch one another. Spice say it. Veronica Gale says Spice say it. Baby Shaman, Alicia Keys. That song is huge. Get a story. I remember those days when Baby Sham Lego that are best of the best this year, yeah, still big. Them man they get more forward than most of the big name young artists them still. So are they paying assassins? I don't know. You make more money when they're dead, Tells says, and that's true. If they're touring and they're commanding a whole lot of money per performance, then the record company, of course, is making its money. But the minute them fall off and not like the bookings dry up, because face it, there's only so many times people want to see you, so they exhaust that, and then the artists have to go quiet. Nobody want to see you again because we just saw you last year. We saw you the year before that. We saw you, you know what I'm saying, streaming. Yeah. So the streaming thing, there's money in it, but streaming, if you look at how streaming pays, you have to stream a whole lot to get paid good money. You have to stream a whole lot to get paid good money. I see our artists brag about streaming 1 million 1 million streams, and again, their rich is not our rich. That's like literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. We live in an information age. You can actually look up right now how much an artist is paid per stream. Say how much an artist is paid per stream on Spotify, or look up any one of those distribution outlets and find out from Google how much an artist is paid on average per stream. And you will see that if you're not making hundreds of millions of streams, which most of our artists aren't, or billions of streams, then you're really not getting much money from streams. You get a little money, but you're really not getting much money from streams. So it's about performance. It's about traveling, doing the shows, appearances, leasing out the music to movies, and doing other things, even merchandise. But you have to be hot for sell merchandise and all this. Everybody wants to wear the new shoes that Nike collaborated with, when name the where the people them Travis Scott and that kind of stuff. McDonald's collaborates with so and so for the something another sandwich, and that, like, there's money out there, but it ain't really for streaming. Ain't really too much paying. So the record company gets its money back when they're able to put that artist on a jet, fly him everywhere, and work him or work her. Hey, you got an appointment, you got an appearance coming up at the BET Awards this weekend, and then we got to be off to Dubai for this thing here right here, and then we got to be back in New York for Summer Jam something. Then we got to be in Miami for Rolling Loud. Then we got to be over in so and so for some. That's how they get their money, right? And them are come on, big money. $500,000 an appearance. That's a whole lot of money. If you do no meeting at them pocket, because I'm like 500,000 a show, and in 6 months he did 14, 16 shows in 6 months. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Now you could see, okay, so that's how they afford the Maybach, and that's how they afford the this and the that and the whatever. But it's set up. Our thing is set up. On the Nipsey Hussle thing, Eric Holder was found guilty, right, of first-degree murder. Not everybody knew he was going to be found guilty of first-degree murder because of the way he did it. He did it in front of everybody, and everybody knew it was him. I didn't even know Nipsey got shot so many times. He took over 10 bullets. Him overkilled the man. For what? Because Nipsey said to him that, hey man, and they used to talk before. He said, yo, we got paperwork on you. Let's not forget, Nipsey was a known gang member, and he made it known himself, right? And he said, we got paperwork on you. Paperwork usually means like somebody in the pen. You just came out, somebody in there who knows how you got down in there. You were in there telling. So somebody in there send a message to the streets that, yo, watch out for him, because he was in here working with them people and he was telling. So he a snitch. So Nipsey, he was hanging around Nipsey's place, the Marathon store, and Nipsey called him over and said, hey, we don't want you around here, bro. We got paperwork on you. You know what I mean? You working with them people and you telling. You got to raise up from around here. Go take care of that. And that Nipsey Hussle dead for just that. And when Nipsey got killed, all of us was on some, nah, the government killed him because he was uplifting his community, and it wasn't. It was a ninja. It was a ninja that took his life. Yeah. We kill each other just easy like that. Now, the part I want to talk about was this. How easy it is for a nobody to kill a somebody. And I know it sounds harsh to call somebody a nobody, because really in my mind, everybody is somebody. You can't look upon somebody, pick me and call them nobody. But some people are more significant than others. Let's be for real, right? Some people more. Some away, if you're dead today, nobody cry. Except for the woman will give you birth and the man will make she give you birth, and your two little siblings, them, and they'll cry for about 2 days, and then life goes on. That's the reality of life. And then for other people, something happened like that, and a nation mourns for quite an extensive period of time and commemorate you and celebrate your life annually and all these things. So there's different levels to it. Eric Holder was, in a sense, a nobody. He wasn't progressive, productive, out here doing anything, uplifting his community or himself even. But he took away somebody that was. And it kind of put me in a mind frame of, this is not just a Jamaican problem, because we talk about this, the Jamaican crab in a barrel mindset. We talk about that all the time. But this actually seems to be a black problem, like a global black problem, like black people, period. Look like we hate to see each other make it, boy, but we love to support other people who are making it and help them to make it. Remember yesterday when I talked about the person that says, oh, the $40 for a shirt, for a t-shirt, that'll make you look That make you look my youth. Make me look desperate. And I went on in the morning talking about how, yeah, but you would go pay the $1,500 and $2,500 for some red bottom shoes just so you can brag and say you're wearing Louis Vuittons, right? Or you're wearing whatever the hell the other names are, you make those people rich and them overcharging you for more than you pay for a place to live monthly for a pair of shoes. Real life. For more than you would pay to live monthly. You pay rent. This is more than some people mortgage monthly for one pair of shoes. And you would actually pay them for it and go brag about being able to afford it from them. But your brother says $40 for a shirt, shipping included in that $40. And you say $40 for a t-shirt, that make you look desperate, dog. That mind state is that. It's sad to see how nobodies can kill somebodies all the time. I think God should have made it that only a somebody could have killed a somebody. You know? Because you have the people who do nothing. And I've talked about this before also. It's like if I'm trying to help somebody, I'm going to stretch out my hand. I tell people, I'm like, listen, because they say it to me all the time, else I wouldn't do it. SouFLo, your platform is growing, man. You can do more than just talk. You can actually help people. So reach out to the audience and make people send in some donations and send it. Go get this lady. She live under the bridge from when she homeless and she have 2 picnic with her, and God me not like the conditions. If y'all can do something instead of wake up every day and talk about what you want to talk about on video. One part of me want to be like, don't tell me what to talk about, but keep my bearings. I'm like, you have a point. Let's try and see what we can do. So you reach out to your audience now, right? And you give them the story about this person and you say, make us see what we can do on behalf of, right? And then people start sending you a little thing now and say, hey, put this towards that. And the same people run gone with your name. Watch him. Him not send no money, go give nobody. Them man, they pocket the money. I scam them audience, And what you're doing is you're hurting the person that's trying to help, but you not trying to help. So what ends up happening is the people who need that help will never get that help because you're literally standing. That's what I see Eric Holder as. Here's the people that needed Nipsey Hussle's help. Here's Nipsey. Here is Eric in the middle. He was blocking the help. And he has now permanently blocked the help because he eliminated Nipsey. He killed him. And him can't help nobody. He didn't even try. So he killed the person who was actually helping. Nipsey was taking a lot of young dudes out of gang life, out of the streets, and putting them on to how to actually own all your masters in the music industry. Don't run after these record labels and let nobody sign you up and pimp you out. Own your stuff. Go the marathon. It's a marathon. Do this, do that. Buy the block back. Buy the block back. He was like, we started out with this little store, and then we got the one next door to it, and the other one, and before you knew it, we had to knock out all the walls. Now every store on this whole plaza is ours, and we going down into the hood. We want all the houses on the street and that kind of stuff. All the buildings on the street. Buy the block back. You never got no damn 40 acres and a mule. It was a promise, but then promises are comfort to a fool. But let me show you how to get it. Buy the block back. And you have one little nobody who stepped in and took away big help from a whole community, from a whole nation, really, because Nipsey was laying out a blueprint. And I'll be honest with you, I knew about Nipsey from movies from back in the day, because I remember seeing him in a movie and I was like, this guy got to be related to Snoop Dogg because he looked like him too much. And it turns out he wasn't. It was just Snoop putting him into the game. As you know, again, goes back to what I said earlier, they go after the gang affiliated and give them the center stage and the big checks and whatnot. Nipsey made it known he was a Crip. Snoop Dogg is a known Crip as well. So y'all see how it connects, and then see what I talk about when I say like you have to be affiliated and all that, right? But they killed help, and this is our mindset within our community, not just Jamaica, Black people, period. We just hate to see each other make it. We just hate, and we have this thing about us where we pretend we're happy You pretend you're happy, but you're not. You praying this bad prayer in the background while you're smiling and yo man, you looking good. Things are going for him. Big up my youth. I hope him crash and dead in that blood clot. I hope him house burn down. A female that up there, so I hope it burn down. Matter of fact, I could see if we can get some people together and go up there and rob it. And if they're in there, we kill them in there. And this and that. And we just start plotting against each other for no reason. Love to see each other struggle. That's the crab in the barrel mentality. Every crab that's in that barrel does not want to be at the bottom because the bottom heavy. Everybody that's on top of you. So they're clawing and crying, trying to get their way up to the top and then try to get their way out the bucket. I heard one person say, yeah, but look at it this way. It's not a normal condition. What are crabs doing in a bucket? Crabs don't belong in a bucket. Who placed the crabs in the bucket? That's a deeper conversation right there. But we know that we've been placed in the bucket. You know? We know we've been placed in the bucket. So let's not let that be our whole crab in a bucket. Who put us in the bucket? We know who put we in the bucket. We know why we in the rotted bucket. Let's start to try to work together to get up out of this bucket. You ever seen that picture where they show like one person bend over like this and the next one stand up on him back and the other one? It's funny because there's an obstacle course like that in the army that they ran us through it all the time. See? And the first time as a civilian transferring over into the military, they don't tell you how to navigate this obstacle course. It's a tower. And the challenge tower, you have to climb this tower and they put you in your 4-man team to climb this tower. Now the tower don't have no ladder upon it or nothing. See? And the way the tower is constructed, you run up and you're there and you're like, how are we supposed to get up this? How can we get up this? This is us thinking civilian minded. You see, the first time your instructor shows you that teamwork makes the dream work, watch this. You're going to run up and you hold on to this post right here, bend at the waist. The next person is going to run up. He's going to stand on your back and climb up. He's going to reach back down and pull you up. The next person is going to do the same thing. And you keep doing that till you hit the top of the tower. And this is the concept that we don't get. We still think we have to claw our way up and push down everybody else as we're going up. And it's a mess. It's a mess. We have to like kill each other in order to survive. We have to press down and down press our own in order to make it to the top of the bucket. It's sad. Divide the task, double the success. Jane Ander. We are in the bucket because we are divided. Facts. We are in the bucket because we are selfish. We're thinking self. That's why we're in the bucket. We're in the bucket because we're thinking self. Everybody is thinking self. Most of us think, let me see how much I can get so I can go show it off on the others who don't have it. We're not thinking, lay the blueprint and share it. We're not thinking that. See, the more people that have what you have, they no longer want what you have. They no longer envy what you have because they're eating too and they have what you have, right? But we're like, I don't want them to have what I have. I want to have it so I can show off on them what I have. That's what it's all about for us. I want to show off on them what I have. Look at my new car. You can't afford a car like this. These cars go for 250,000 US. That means I'm really in the money. You see my car? Look at my new house. Like, worship me. I have all this. Worship me. I have all these loose women around me. I tell them what to do. They do it. Worship me. You over there with your one girl. And she not even being faithful. She want to be over here. She looking over here. We toxic as hell. And it's our own doing, man. Go listen to Dr. Claude Anderson. Listen, I might listen to Dr. Claude Anderson, give it a listen. But anybody who preaches that, I'm not saying that this person does. I'm just saying anybody who preaches that self, like blame somebody else kind of thing, and it came from here, I don't subscribe to them. Because we have to get past that. Bicycle man riding DMAC. Your Maybach rolled out and the bicycle man rode in at 8:42. Yo, me not even didn't say I like your shirt. You know, you want to go anywhere today? I think we're like overdue for a session. We're like, no, yeah. We're overdue. Yeah. Yeah. Like a real session. Yeah, we are. All inclusive. All inclusive. Yeah. Come show your shirt off real quick. Wife said she'll go to the gym. I didn't even see it was 8:42. Come there, I vibe with her. She got on one of them. All right, later. I'll give me a kiss. Tell people them how when me tell us I'm God, I mean in my feelings. No, I just don't be wanting to interrupt you. All right, this is what it is. We're gonna end it right here because it's me and the babies here. Y'all know how it go already, right? But let's keep that in mind, man. Let's stop being friggin' crabs in a barrel and let's stop thinking that we have to draw each other down and press down each other in order to go up, right? Let's stop killing the help, especially if you're somebody that's not helping or not willing to help. Help those who are willing to help. And we'll move forward. Big up on yourself. Thank you for tuning in this morning. I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we're going to get out of control because of Friday morning. So come up with something that you want to talk about, but me, I'm going to come up with more than enough. All right? One love, people. Manners and respect. God go with you. Keep a smile on your face and keep your head up. I'm out. Peace.